think I'm going to be a bit unfortunate this afternoon for this walk, which I wanted to do to catch the autumn colours for this year before they disappear 11th of November. Okay, I'm going to do a walk on lanes, mainly these quiet lanes in the area near Llanbedr in North Wales. This morning it was nice and sunny, and it was forecast to continue that way for the afternoon, for the rest of the day. But unfortunately it's gone overcast, and I think it's going to stay like this. Still quite a few leaves on the trees, but they're a good strong wind will probably bring most of these down now. It's quite calm today. That's the name of this woodland, Code Aber Artro. I'm just leaving it now and going into more or less open countryside or farmland. Yes, there's a strange object in the sky up there. I don't give a... well, it's always a chance it'll come out, but it looks pretty settled, this cloud. Okay, there's a shot of the Rhinogs from this side of the western side, the coastal side. And last, 2-3 weeks ago, I did a video showing the Rhinogs from the other side, the eastern side. Okay, that's sun almost coming out. There it is up there. It's kind of like a hazy, very hazy sun at the moment. Yeah, strange object in the sky. And there's a nice picture right there. The local, I've said this a lot of times, the local landmark hill, Llanbedr. If there was anyone on the top, which I doubt there will be, but it would show up on this telescopic. To the left is Llanbedr. To the left again, the flat top of Llanbedr, just beneath the clouds. Yeah, that object up there is still threatening to break through the clouds, not quite managing it. I've reached the T-junction. I'm only just a little over a mile from where I started, and this was the planned high point of this walk. It's maybe about 450 feet above sea level. What I think I'm going to do is, I feel okay really. Well, I've only just started up, car coming. Just climb another 100 feet or so to see if I can get, well, just get a little bit of a view up here maybe. Okay, there's the Tremalog Bay, which goes out into the Irish Sea. Llanbedr Ridge, and Llanbedr ahead, the rounded hill of Llanbedr. Now I don't know if that's the St Patrick's Causeway, just currents in the sea. St Patrick's Causeway runs out for about 13 miles, I think, and in the past it sandbanks, shallow sea, has caused shipwrecks in the past. Okay, I'll just continue along here until I reach a road junction, then I'll return and go on my planned route. Llanbedr in the distance, and I've reached the road junction. The road I came up leads to Llanbedr, and the road to the right leads to Llanbedr. And there is a sign here, Llanbedr. Okay, this away down here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my route plan and go towards Llanbedr. There is some blue sky up there, so I might be in a bit of luck. Here I'm on the Llanbedr way, a medium distance footpath. Yeah, okay, so this might be a little bit more interesting, or at least it's a walk I don't do too often. Oh, well, I have done it several times before, of course, but I'll just point out that over the distance, if I can home in on it. That's always caught my eye there, that isolated, is it in focus? Isolated farmhouse. Yeah, a hillside farm. Yeah, traditional Welsh farm. Although I'm not very high above sea level, the prevailing winds here, to use a Shakespearean term, convert the landscape into a blasted heath. And there's one of the specimens on this blasted heath, a hawthorn tree with an abundance of red berries, ideal for blackbirds. Keep them going through the winter months. Going seawards, it's more or less cloud covered, which is the opposite to what it normally is. Normally it's clear out to sea and cloudy in the mountains, but today it's blue sky. Unfortunately, I don't think the sun will break through unless it's right towards sunset, which sometimes happens. Continue walking on this, very little traffic on this this lane here. And of course it puts off cars that come along here, so, because there's a number of gates you have to open and close. I got some distance to go to reach the high point. I can see a car parked up there, about maybe a little under a mile away. Mighty Mulver. It looks like someone's, well, I don't know if they're climbing Mulver, they might be just going on. That's where the Llanbedr way branches off. A path or a track that goes along the lower slopes of Mulver towards Barmouth, the Llanbedr way, and then when it reaches this lane it goes up here. Don't know if you can see that white dot, that's the high point there. Okay, this is interesting. Finian, Enthwin. Is that a well or some Enthwin well? It looks like, well, I don't know how far it goes down. I've never been down there. It's a trodden path by the look of it. I might leave that to on another day. I'll go up and park closer, because I've still got some distance to walk. Yeah, that's interesting. I have spotted it before. Well, the last time I walked along this lane, I think. Okay, that's the, you can see there's a new style down there. I won't point it out, but it's in that wall. So they have been doing some works to try and, well, presumably, encourage people to walk down there. But it looks pretty wild as a landscape. A couple of cars parked up here, and they might be looking to ascend Llanbedr, and then maybe continue along the toward the ridge towards Llanbedr if they're ambitious enough. That looks like a path of some sort going up there. Alright, the high point's coming up. This viewpoint's got a name. It's quite a good viewpoint. If you just want to come up here and sit in the car and enjoy the views. And there's a nice little bench here as well, which I think I'll just, well, as it's there, I'll just have a very short break. I don't really need a break. There's our Didwy Way. So the Didwy Way goes down there. Okay, this is a memorial bench. Put in loving memory of Annie Moll, 1920 to 2002. A wonderful mum who called this view her glimpse of paradise. Muy bien. Yeah. So it's a little bit murky today, but still quite a good view. Okay, so the Ardidwy Way goes down there, and that's found to be a reasonably well-trodden footpath, and that'll be the shortest way back to the car. But I'll go on my original route I planned, because there'll be good views of the upper Cwmnancol Valley going on this tarmac lane. A cyclist just came up as I left, and they're going to make use of that bench. And of course they probably deserve it if they've cycled up here from sea level, and not too far short of 1,000 feet above sea level here. So it's a pity this the sun is hidden behind the clouds back there over the seaside. And blue sky above, but that's no good unless you're on the other side of well over the other side of the Rhinogs. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Cwmnancol Valley there ahead, the upper new Cwmnancol Valley. An excellent place of viewing the Rhinogs on this side, and you've got Llanbedr, of course. I have to admit that that mountain scenery ahead, that mountain range, is one of my favourite views, really. It's of course not as spectacular as some of the views you have around Snowdon, the big mountains, which are over, well, Snowdon's well over 1,000 feet higher than that mountain there, right ahead of me, right there. 2,475 feet above sea level, but still they're rugged and well, compared with well, more or less still in their original condition. There's no restaurants built on top. Okay, that's the name of this cottage down here. As I say, the last time we did this walk, I believe that they had a sign up for holiday accommodation of that cottage. Whether it's still available or not, I don't know. But it's got an excellent, if you want to get away from it all, got an excellent mountain view there. Now, of course, obviously a feature of the landscape around here is the stone walls. And some of these stone walls have been here since prehistoric times. But they're still kept up. And I think there's a skill in building these walls, dry stone walls. And it's hard work as well, hard physical work. Well, use a modern phrase, hats off to the locals that build these walls. They do a pretty good job. It never quite came out, just not quite good enough to bring out the colours around in the trees, or certainly in the trees, but also the mountainside. And in the distance there is a pass, used since before prehistoric times, I suppose. Used in prehistoric times as a good mountain pass, that wild Welsh mountain pass. I'm coming up to a road junction, and there's a lane that continues going up the valley towards the end there, only about maybe another mile, and at the end there's an old farmhouse that I think dates back to Oliver Cromwell times, and I think Oliver Cromwell's sister once lived there. I'm not sure about that. I'll check up on it when I get back. Okay, here's this Shepherd's Huts. That's a new one. A mile and a half ahead, and there's that other accommodation I was pointing out. Gechi Bant, is it? I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, and there's I think there's a waterfall down there. Yeah, can't quite see it. It's not spectacular, but you can hear it. Yeah. Okay, so continue the descent. I came down there and continued descending. Okay. Passing by a converted chapel here, Capel Nancol, 1897. I can't quite make that out. In the heyday of the Welsh chapels, 1897. Okay, there's another house there. Look like they've both had new roofs put on them. There's a footpath going down there. That was one of the walks I used to do at one time, especially during the springtime, when you got this is a favourite haunt for the spring cuckoos. You like hearing the sound of the cuckoo in spring. Yeah, so it's pretty gloomy, so I'm afraid there's no colours. Certainly no opportunity to enjoy the autumn colours this afternoon. Yes, plenty of blue sky going inland, but not where I want it, where the sun's supposed to be shining. So, which makes this, a gloomy walk, really. Okay, if I'd have taken that our Didwy Way footpath from the high point a bit further back, this is where I would have come out, right here. Yeah, that would have been taken at least a mile off the walk, but still it's a very nice walk, really, in spite of the gloom. I've still got some distance to go before I get to the car. Here's the Avon Coombe Nancol. I'm crossing it over this old bridge. Okay, the blue sky's still there behind those hills and mountains at the back, but no sign of it in this direction. There's a nice pile of timber there, ready for the log burner or fireplace this winter. Mulver, and there's the cottage. I presume those logs are for. Okay, I'm under a mile now. Probably just a little over half a mile to go before I reach the car. But of course the last stretch always feels the longest, because you never feel quite as energetic at the end of the walk as you do at the beginning. Now, there's the campsite I walked through 3 or 4 weeks ago when I took a video of the waterfalls hidden in those woods back there. And it looks like there's 1 or 2 cars in the car park, so there's 1 or 2 people, maybe day visitors, going to see the falls, Cwmnancol waterfalls. This is where I turn off this tarmac lane and descend down this footpath here to cross the Afon Nancol and back to the car site back there. And let's see how this camera holds up, because it's getting gloomier and gloomier. I think the sun sets now, 11th of October, around 4:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, so the lighting maybe not so good. If the sun was shining, it would maybe pick up a bit of the autumn, well, the last of the autumn colours in these trees. But no, I'm bound to look that way. Okay, this is a repeat of the video, this section of the walk, a repeat of the video I did 3 or 4 weeks ago when I took a video of the Cwmnancol waterfalls. Yes, it says there's no wind and there's blue sky back there. I can feel the temperatures starting to drop. Of course, it never gets really, it never gets really particularly cold when you're on the Welsh coast during the winter months. It's you do get the occasional frost, but the winters these days seem to be getting milder and milder. Quite an enjoyable walk on the whole, in spite of the lack of sunshine. And so this is the end of this walk, and my car should be parked just outside this lane here. Okay, there's the map of the Code Artro. Yeah, so that would have been an opportunity, as I say, for autumn colours, but no such luck today, I'm afraid.